Are you ready, Niners Nation? The offseason is heating up, and there are still some intriguing free agents on the market that could change the game for our beloved San Francisco 49ers. With roster gaps to fill after a tumultuous 2024 season, the front office is eyeing some key players who could add depth and talent without breaking the bank. Imagine bolstering our defense with a versatile edge rusher, or shoring up the interior line with a seasoned veteran. Could this be the spark we need to make a playoff push? Stay tuned, because the next wave of free agency could bring some exciting surprises. The San Francisco 49ers are navigating a pivotal moment as they gear up for the second wave of NFL free agency. With the initial frenzy behind us, the 49ers have taken a quieter approach, shedding high-priced veterans and creating space in their roster. It's clear they're recalibrating after a dismal 6-11 season last year. But this presents a golden opportunity to strengthen our team without breaking the bank. Currently, our roster has glaring holes, especially after the departure of key players. While I appreciate the focus on youth through the upcoming NFL draft, we cannot rely solely on rookies to fill these gaps. The second wave of free agency is ripe for the picking, and there are still some intriguing free agents out there who could come on board at a reasonable cost. Let's dive into 5 potential targets that could help bring our beloved 49ers back into contention. First up is defensive end Azeez Ojulari. After losing Joey Bosa, we're left with Nick Bosa as our only established pass rusher. Bringing in a young talent like Ojulari, who posted 6 sacks and 10 quarterback hits last season with the New York Giants, could be a savvy move. He's known for being a better run defender than Leonard Floyd, and while he may not be a complete game changer, he can certainly help stabilize our pass rush rotation. Do you think Ojulari could be the spark we need on defense? Honestly, I'm torn. He has potential, but can he handle the pressure in a playoff push? Moving on to defensive tackle Calais Campbell, who, despite being 39, continues to show that age is just a number. Last season with the Miami Dolphins, he started all 17 games and recorded 5 sacks. The 49ers desperately need reinforcement in the interior of our defensive line, and Campbell could provide that veteran presence we need. He's not just a player, he's a mentor for our younger guys. What do you think? Is bringing in a veteran like Campbell worth it, despite his age? Next, we have safety Juan Thornhill. This is an interesting case. The 49ers previously met with him, but he seems to be seeking a multi-year deal. If the market cools off, he might consider a short-term deal with us, especially after losing Talanoa Hufanga. With Malik Mustafa and Jair Brown as our only remaining options, Thornhill could be a critical addition. He's shown he can make plays with 8 interceptions over his last 4 seasons. Would you be excited about adding Thornhill to our secondary? I know I would. Then there's center David Andrews, who played a pivotal role for the New England Patriots. At 32, he might not be the flashiest name, but he's a reliable veteran. With Jake Brendel likely to start again next season, adding Andrews could provide that much-needed upgrade without costing a fortune. Do you think it's time for Kyle Shanahan to embrace a veteran presence in the trenches? I genuinely believe that solidifying our offensive line is crucial for our success moving forward. Finally, let's talk about defensive tackle Jerry Tillery. He didn't quite meet expectations with the Los Angeles Chargers, but he's familiar with the 4-3 defense and has been improving his run defense. At 28, he could serve as a competitive piece on our depth chart, and I think he could be a low-risk, high-reward signing. What's your take on Tillery? Can he rise to the occasion in San Francisco? As we reflect on these potential signings, it's clear that the 49ers have a number of paths they could take to bolster their roster. Each of these players comes with their own set of pros and cons, but one thing is certain. We need to make smart decisions to ensure we're building a team capable of competing for a championship. The San Francisco 49ers have just made one of the most puzzling moves in recent memory, re-signing fullback Kyle Juszczyk to a 2-year, $8 million deal just days after releasing him. Seriously, folks, this is a head-scratcher. General Manager John Lynch recently told reporters at the NFL Scouting Combine that the team would be focusing on getting younger and more cost-effective this offseason. So, it's baffling that they would let go of Juszczyk, one of the oldest and highest-paid players on the roster, only to bring him back with a new contract that carries a hefty price tag. Let's break this down. Kyle Juszczyk turns 34 in April, and while he's been a beloved figure in the 49ers locker room, his production has certainly declined. As a receiver, he doesn't strike fear into opposing defenses anymore. As a running back, he's had his fair share of fumbles, making him unreliable in critical short yardage situations, and let's not forget, his blocking skills have diminished significantly over the years. So, when he's on the field, it often means someone else who might be a better option has to come off. Instead of paying Juszczyk $4 million a year, the 49ers could have explored bringing in a young fullback or even signing an undrafted free agent at the league minimum. They could have achieved almost the same impact on the field without the financial commitment. Or, let's get modern for a second. Why not ditch the fullback position entirely? The NFL is evolving, and teams are increasingly leaning on multiple tight ends or an extra wide receiver to create mismatches. Why not capitalize on those opportunities instead of sticking with what feels old-fashioned? So, where does this leave us as fans? Honestly, I'm torn. Part of me understands the value of having a player like Juszczyk, who knows the system and has a strong rapport with the coaching staff and other players. But at the same time, I can't shake the feeling that the 49ers are missing an opportunity to innovate and adapt to the current state of the league. Every decision like this shapes our future, and we have to wonder how it impacts our chances to make a serious playoff run. And you? What do you think? Was this the best decision? I want to hear your opinions down below. As passionate fans, we all have our perspectives, and this is a hot-button topic. Are we just holding on to nostalgia, or is there a real strategy at play here that I'm missing? This move could very well set the tone for the rest of the offseason. If the 49ers are truly committed to getting younger and more agile, then bringing back an aging fullback seems counterproductive. But if they see value in Juszczyk's experience and versatility, then maybe there's a method to this madness. It's a fine line, and as fans, we're all invested in seeing where this leads us. Make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments and let's debate this. I genuinely want to know what you think about the direction the 49ers are heading. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow 49ers fans, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates. And don't forget to activate that notification bell so you never miss a beat on the ever-evolving landscape of our beloved team.